So religion strains at a gnat and swallows a camel. Religion strains at a gnat and swallows a camel. Let me say it again. Religion strains at a gnat and swallows a camel. They follow a works-based system instead of faith alone in the finished work of Jesus. Something easy, like faith alone and Jesus alone, they strain at that. Something easy. Strain at a gnat, something easy. But they swallow a camel, something hard. It's hard to keep the 10 Commandments. It's hard to work and be a perfectionist. It's hard to be a legalist. It's hard to keep the law and the letter, because the letter killeth. As a matter of fact, they can't do it, but they choose the hard road instead of the easy road. They try to swallow a camel, but they strain at a gnat. In other words, it's easy to swallow a bug, but a camel you couldn't swallow, but they try. So the works-based system is hard. No matter how you slice it and cut it up, you just can't do it. It's impossible. The letter killeth, but the Spirit gives life. How do you receive the Spirit? You receive the Spirit by faith in Jesus. They strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. They try to swallow a camel instead of just swallowing that small little bug, which is easy. The easy way, the easy path is faith. Jesus went the hard path for you. It was a hard path. It was a path of anguish, a path of being ridiculed and hated and heartbroken. He came unto his own received him not. So it was a path of being heartbroken. It was a path of trouble, anguish, pain, sadness, a lonely path. But why would you try to follow the path that only Jesus can do? Only he could do. But then you try to follow and be like Jesus when he already paid it all, and all you have to do is enter in by faith. The easy path. Religion is the hard path. Works, levels, ranks, grades, and ratings. You got to rise up in the system, and you got to work hard, and you got to be a people pleaser, and you got to be look good all the time, and you got to sound good all the time, and you can't make mistakes. That's what Hollywood is. Think about all that. They're all scared. Think about Hollywood. They're all scared of making the population mad. Then they won't get any roles, right? They're all scared of the cancel culture. People pleasers. Religion, outward show instead of inward peace. See, when you enter in by faith, it's no longer an outward works-based system where you're trying to look good on the outside. It's an inner thing. It's the inside that counts. And you can have joy and peace in the inner man, and the outside's going away anyway. The outside is going away. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Be transformed in the inner man. Your outward man perishes, but your inner man is renewed day by day. Somebody asked me about a verse. What was it? Matthew 6. What was that verse about? Oh, money. Yeah. If you really want to get a hold of Matthew 6, here's what you got to do. Spend about 6 months, and I promise you it will be worth it. Study bushcraft for 6 months and realize you can take a knife, go out in the woods, and survive. One little knife, and you don't even need a knife, just a rock, a sharp rock. But you can get water, you can get food, you can build a shelter. If you study bushcraft, you can build a Arapuca bird trap. But if you study bushcraft, you'll come to realize that this love of money stuff is scarcity lie. It's all lies. All lies. You can go out in the woods and survive. You can trap animals. God has given you everything you need. If you just get out in the woods, you can survive. But you got to have some skill, bushcraft skill. And this is what the Indians taught their children and all. But why would that help you with Matthew 6? The reason it would help you is because you know you can rebuild at any time. The love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, but the love of money. And if you realize you don't even need money to eat and survive out in the woods, you could actually do it in your backyard. You could build you a little bird trap. It's probably illegal for your city, but you could build you a squirrel trap or a rabbit trap or any kind of trap. And you could eat some protein every day. I don't really want to kill an animal. I mean, I eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian at all. I'm actually against carbs. But I don't want to kill it, and but if you had to go out there and kill that animal, you would be praying more. You'd be praying over your food more and be thankful for, give us this day our daily bread. You'd be thankful for each day. And so all this money, love of money, and worried about the outward show. Yeah, the comfort is good for you. I mean, it's good to keep you in some air conditioning and heat in the cold. It kind of helps you stay healthy. But it's not a necessity, It's not essential. But the love of money, the pleasers of men, lovers of pleasure. If you really start to sacrifice, do some fasting, work an extra hour or two, you'll get ahead. The secret is to get out of debt. That's the secret. If you're out of debt, you're rich, right? Matthew 6, what was that about? It talked about I think it was talking about money. I looked it up earlier, but I can't remember right now. But it comes down, it's the same principle everywhere you go. God sustains you every day. And so if you're saved by faith, you walk by faith. Those who are so focused on the material, instead of setting their affections above, they're always worried about if they're going to lose something or whatever. But if you set your affections above, you don't have to worry, because you're just walking by faith every day. You're just living one day at a time, walking by faith. Yeah, you can try to plan for the future, but it could all crash and burn. This country could crash and burn tomorrow. We're going to have a war and everything will be gone. So you just walk by faith. That's the secret.